Good day, you absolute legends. A story sort button in No Man's Sky could change absolutely everything. Why is it important and why am I talking about it now? Now, before we do get into today's video, ladies and gentlemen, can you please, as always, just double check for me that you are indeed still subscribed to the channel. If you need to resubscribe, please do resubscribe. Or if you've been watching me for a while and you like what I do and you like the content that I make, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button? You definitely will not regret it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right on into today's video. Well, right behind me, as you can see, I am in my storage room on my freighter, and I've not looked at any of this stuff in the last few months. I'm actually afraid to go into it because I know that I literally just chuck anything in any storage container at any one time without even giving it a second thought. But as we know, I'm sure that anybody who follows this kind of pattern of reason, that it's just kind of like put it to one side and forget about it, is when you actually need it again, it's a bit daunting because you don't know or can't remember exactly where you put said item, and you find yourself going through every single storage container, at least I do, multiple times just to find that one said item. So as you can imagine, especially if you're a more advanced player and you've been playing No Man's Sky for quite a while, you've already got an abundance of items stored in these containers. Now, if you've not been meticulously categorizing them as you've been going along, this is now where the problem starts. However, this could be quite easily resolved with a sort button option. So how would that work and how would that look, you may be asking yourself? Well, imagine this. There's a couple of ways this could be integrated into No Man's Sky. Now, it could be done on a per storage module basis, so it'll be an option for each individual storage modules or box or container or whatever it is you want to call it, up to obviously 9 of them. So if you went into, let's say, this storage container right here, and maybe you just want to click it and then it just sorts it out itself randomly, then it could start to like categorize things like, okay, elements are all first, so just things like your carbon, your oxygen, that kind of thing, all of them are first, and then maybe it goes into like upgradable, like jetpack upgrades, multi-tool upgrades, that kind of thing next, and then so on and so forth, but just not in any particular, like, you know, neat or nice order. It's just kind of just put on there. I mean, that could just be a quick, dirty way to do it, or another option could be is still, again, with like just one storage container at a time, but maybe you can have some more refinement options where you click it and then it'll give you some additional advanced options. So if you want in one box, maybe you just want ammunition and maybe some upgrade modules just in that one box, then you just sort it out prior to that. You click sort and it'll automatically pull those items that you've requested from your inventory over directly, like everything all at once. Or maybe in a different box you want all of your fishing gear, so you want all your baits and your fish all in one spot. So again, you set the parameters and it takes it over. Or in an additional one, maybe you want it to just have like carbon and oxygen, or maybe all the elements all at once but nothing else. So then you set it all up and then one click and it pulls everything over from one place into that. And I think something across the lines of that would be absolutely fantastic. It could even be expanded on from there. So, for example, we know that our ships right now, we can hold items within its cargo, and we can do it for all the ships that we have, all 12 of them. We land them on the ground or we have them in the freighter, but you need to jump in and out of them individually in order to fill up those storage slots. Now, what if all of those could be unified at once, so we have access to all of them at once rather than having to jump out and jump into each individual ship? Now, maybe this could just be maybe that you're on the freighter, then all the ships that are currently in the freighter at any one time can be accessed all at once. But again, still giving them the same sort of pull and save feature or function from the sort menu that we just discussed. So maybe you can also set parameters where you can say, okay, from all my ships in the freighter, and you have to like pre-select it. I want all my elements to go into storage box number 1 from my ships, and then you click sort automatically and it pulls everything from all the ships all at once, but only for the items that you want and select. I hope that makes sense, and again, that would just make it so much easier. And I think that should definitely be a thing and a feature in game, and it is very, very important that it needs to be added. Now, for example, if you're a newer player to the game and you don't have that many resources currently, then no, this problem right now isn't something that you really need to be concerned about. But as you start to play more and more and you start to gather more and more in game, and believe you me, it happens quicker than you think, you'll start realizing very early on how quickly storage can get taken up. And as time kind of goes on, you kind of realize there's just never enough storage in game. You'll find yourself having to either try and get more storage, or if you maxed out all your storage everywhere, then you're having to like cherry pick between what you want to keep and what you have to try and throw away. Maybe you want to keep everything. You just can't stand or bear to lose a single thing. Now, this again is where the storage option would come into play, where then you can really sort out your items and you'll have a full clear picture of your entire inventory, rather than it being some kind of chaotic mess. And really and realistically, you haven't really got a clue what you have and what you don't have, or in what value or numbers that you have, because you know you've got things there and everywhere and you're having to try and add it all up. It's just one of those things that I really do feel that needs to be added into No Man's Sky. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section down below, do you really think that we need a storage sort option that could pull from like different locations all at once and set custom parameters for it to do so? I mean, how do you think that would work? Do you think we need it? And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Or on the flip side to that, don't you think we need it? Do you think the game is perfectly fine the way it is? And, you know, why change something that's not technically broken and just adding more complexity to the game and so on? If you're on that side of the fence, let me know your reasons why, again, in the comment section down below. Now, before I do let you go today, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a massive thank you to my Patreon and my YouTube members. And if you, the viewer, want to go down that route today and help support the channel anymore, you can do by clicking on my Patreon link in the video description down below. It starts off at a completely free tier and then goes up to subsequential tiers from there. Or alternatively, you can click on my YouTube members join button somewhere below this video, just says the word join, and that'll take you over to my YouTube members page, and the price for that starts off at less than a cup of coffee. However, ladies and gentlemen, just by leaving a like on this video, subscribing, and or leaving me a comment is more than enough. But if you really do want to go down that route today and help support the channel anymore, then I just want to say a massive thank you in advance for myself for doing so. But that's everything from me here today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for watching. Again, leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.